I hope everyone is fine. All are doing good. So yeah, and I just want to know a couple of things before I know from you. Let me introduce about myself. I am Chaitanya. I will be your trainer for Docker and Kubernetes sessions. Okay. So I am having 13 plus years of experience into IT world. Currently, I'm working as a DevSecOps engineer in a top MNC company in the level 5 position. And I am having a I'm a certified Kubernetes administrator, and I am having my AWS certifications, and I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I have my Red Hat certifications. These are the certifications which I possess. Okay. Before I go into the concept of our original concept, what we are here, Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, we are going to discuss about these two concepts in the next upcoming 20 days. Okay, so 20 days, it is more than enough to cover the entire Docker and Kubernetes. If you are fully concentrating, 1.5 hours of sessions are more than enough for us to complete the sessions. Now, before I go into the Docker and Kubernetes, first, let me ask you, please introduce about yourself. Starting from Amarjit, please introduce about yourself. I'm very much open to all. And what is your designation currently you are working with, and what are your expectations towards the sessions? So let me give you a small thing. Intro about yourself. Okay. And then second one will be your designation. If you are working, please provide your designation. If not, that's okay. If you are a student or else if you are a passer, no problem. And the third one is, what are your expectations towards the sessions? Whatever the Docker and Kubernetes sessions is happening, what are your expectations? Yeah, go on.
Okay, so I myself am Ajit. So
I
I'm
am
currently working as a Python backend engineer. So uh, as a backend engineer, so I'm just working with a startup. So it's like
Okay.
there are a lot of systems based on these microservices with like GenAI projects. So uh, I need to learn Docker and Kubernetes to like uh, serve those services and like do some monitoring and authentication processes
Okay.
also. So I want to learn the concept and like apply those to those. And apart from this, I have also like some personal project that I like to run on Docker containers. So that's two objective I like able want to achieve using this session.
Okay. So let me reframe your whatever you have given. So you are saying that you are a software developer, right?
Yep.
You are into Java,
No, Python.
Python. Very good. So you are a Python developer. Fine. Okay. So, and you want to learn about your expectations are how applications will be running on a container. That is what
Yeah.
your expectation is about.
Yeah, container and how to like scale them and how to
Okay.
descale them and like I want to like have a personal setup also like to run those Kubernetes cluster in my local system itself because like there are basically I have like some personal projects also that I also like want to deploy on
We will see.
Kubernetes. Yes,
We will see about that. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks, Amajit. Thanks for your introduction. And the next one. Yeah, you are open to say Mohan. Mohan. I'm sorry if I'm not spelling it right. Mohan. Okay, that's fine. Amar, can you please introduce about yourself?
Yeah. I'm audible?
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
pretty much
So
audible.
hi everyone. So myself, Amar Gaikwad. Currently, I have having a 4.5 year of experience in QA automation engineer in Selenium with Java. So my current
Okay.
organization is Maxton, which is product-based
Mhm.
organization. So my purpose is to join these classes. In our existing project, we have infra team where
Mhm.
their daily work is deployment related parts. So the Kubernetes and Docker they have just started using. There is no
Mhm.
cloud platform in our project, but Jenkins, Git, and Kubernetes and Docker they have started implementing in deployment process. So I just want to explore in Docker and Kubernetes and try to apply via IJP for the team. So that is
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice thought. You want to explore the Docker and Kubernetes so that you can understand what actually the people are doing, right?
Yes.
Fine then. We will discuss about that also, Amar. Yeah. Next one. Thanks for your introduction. Next one. Do I need to call with the name? Okay. Mohammed Rafi. Nice name, by the way. Yeah. Mohammed Rafi, can you please tell me about yourself? Okay. I'll come back to Mohammed Rafi later. So who else is there? Santosh. Santosh, did you attended any previous sessions? Santosh G. Hi Santosh, are you
Yeah,
there?
hi. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Santosh. I have 15 plus years of experience in Java, Spring Boot microservices. Okay,
Okay.
and AWS and DevOps, I have 5 plus years of experience. But I worked on AWS services and DevOps CI/CD, like Ansible
Okay.
pipelines. But I did not work on this Docker and Kubernetes.
Mm-hmm.
So in my company, which I am working, I got the requirement that I should work on Docker and Kubernetes.
Mm-hmm.
So that only I joined this class.
Okay. Fine. That's okay. Thanks, Santosh. Thanks for your time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for talking. And Sharon Raj.
Yeah, this is Sharan Raj. Yeah, I have 10 years of experience in development.
Mm-hmm.
I have to know about the Kubernetes and Dockers. It's my own interest.
Okay. 10 years of experience into which platform?
In .NET development, yeah.
.NET. Very good. So yeah. Fine. That's you want to know about the applications. You want to know how applications are running in the Docker and containers. You want to explore that knowledge,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Fine. Nice talking to you, Sharon. Yeah. And Sikandar Khan.
My name is Sikandar. Okay, I have
Mhm.
5 years of experience in automation domain, specifically testing.
Mhm.
And we have a project which is running on this Docker and Kubernetes. So
Mhm.
sometime we have to check in the logs
Okay. Fine then. So are you running any
like
Docker and
to debug
Kubernetes?
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thanks for the information, Sikandar. And I'm really
Yeah.
sorry I'm unable to read your name. I think it's somewhere like Russian or I don't know. Yeah.
Hello, sir. My name is Firdovsi.
Sorry, come again with your name.
Firdovsi. Firdovsi.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, go on. Why you want to learn about Docker and Kubernetes? What is your experience towards that? And what
I
are
have
your expectations?
3 years experience in Spring Boot development, and so many times I have problems with containers and running images, and so many problems in DevOps part of
Okay.
work. DevOps part of work. Because I want to introduce, not introduce, upgrade my experience and
Okay.
skills in Kubernetes and Docker.
That's a fantastic introduction. You want to learn about Docker and Kubernetes to upgrade yourself and to enhance the skills in the Docker and Kubernetes. That is what your expectations is all about. That is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for your introduction, buddy. Okay, I'm really sorry I cannot pronounce your name, but anyways, thanks for your introduction. I'm really sorry about that.
Not problem. Thank you.
Okay, guys, and very warmly welcome to everyone. And I just introduced about myself in the beginning itself, and I am again in repeating that. Hi, I am Chaitanya. I am having 13 plus years of experience into the networking, system administration, and then I am an AWS associate. I worked as an AWS cloud associate. Later, I worked as a DevOps engineer. Currently, I'm working as a DevSecOps engineer, level 5 in a topmost MNC company. So, and I am a certified Kubernetes administrator. I have my Microsoft, Red Hat, and AWS certifications are there. So that's about myself. Okay. So yeah, Amar, do you have anything to talk?
No, sorry. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. That's me. So yeah, welcome to the world of Docker and Kubernetes. Everyone is thinking about what is this Docker and Kubernetes. Is it really that tough to learn Docker and Kubernetes? And what are the topics that we will have in the Docker and Kubernetes? These are the actual constraints that you are having, or else actual thoughts that you are having. So the first and foremost thing is Docker and Kubernetes. First, we will understand what is meant by Docker. Now, let me ask you a question. So there are so many developers out there. In this current session, there are so many people who are having an experience about 13 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years into Spring Boot. I just want to ask you a question. I want everyone to interact for this. So you have developed an application. So you are a developer who has developed an application in your laptop, and the application is working very, very fine. And you send the application to the another person, or else to the server. So the operations team is saying that the application which you have given is not working fine in my laptop, or else in the server. Have you ever encountered with this kind of situation anytime in these 10 years or 5 years of in your office journey? Have you experienced this kind of things? App works on one system and crashes on another system. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
The general thing is it works on my laptop but not in yours. Okay, that's the consideration. Can you tell me why what is the reason behind that? Anyone?
Okay. So, like when we ship to the production, so the developer used to, or like I used to have a Windows system. So whatever like dependency we install at the system, it's work fine for Windows system. But when you go in and deploy into server, so it generally runs on a Linux. So the problem seems to be some of the dependencies in Windows require .NET or certain kind of like other dependencies also. That is not present on
Okay.
Linux system. That's later on run into the crashing the system. So that's
Yeah.
problem there.
Yeah, absolutely, it is right. So the main problem is when you are developing on your laptop, not only on Windows to Linux, but Windows to Windows also. When you are running on your laptop, the environment is something like Windows operating system, and what you are going to do, you are going to deploy that application and check the application in your system. Just like what I can say here is, when you are working, so if you want to cook something, okay, if you want to cook something in your home, you will cook that particular recipe. Okay, so you will cook that and you will feed it to your friend. So you have a very good party in your home. Okay, all your friends came to your home, and you cook a delicious food in your home, and you return every recipe, you know the recipe of that. And what you have done, your friend asked the same, what your friend asked. So the food is very delicious and that particular item is superb, so I want to cook the same in my home. I want to cook the same in my home. So what you have done, you have given the recipe, you have written the recipe and gave the recipe to your friend. But when you gave it to your friend, what is happening, when he tried at his home, by following all the steps, he has missed something. Okay, he doesn't have certain ingredients, or else the environment is something different. Because of that, what is happening here, the dish is completely failed. Okay, the dish is not properly cooked, or else the taste is something different. So what has done, you have given the recipe to him, which means that here in our case it's an application. You prepared an application in your environment and gave that application to your to the operations team, or else to the server team. When they deployed that application, now what is happening, in that particular server the application may not be running. Why? Because, for example, you are using Windows operating system, in the Windows operating system, and as well as it's your laptop. If you want to install anything, you can install it. I want Java version 11 or else Java version 17 to run that application. For example, what I'm trying to explain you here is, now you are having what I can say, now you are having your laptop, and you have prepared an application, and this application is a Java Spring Boot application, for example, if you take. And this Java Spring Boot application is written on Java 17. Latest it is Java 22. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, for example, if you create this application on Java 17, and then what you have done, all the dependencies, whatever the requirements are there, you have given, you gave all the dependencies to run the application in your laptop. It is working fine. Now, in the server, you push this application to the server. So before you understand this, you need to understand there are, I think you all know about this. There are three environments. One is development environment, UAT environment, and then finally production environment. These are the three different environments you are having. So before testing, what you are going to do, you will push this application into the development server. You are going to push the application into the development server. But if you think here, just understand, in this server, already we are having one more application. Already we are having one more application which is running on Java 11, which is running on Java 11. And there are certain dependencies which are not compatible with this older application. Whatever the newer application dependencies are there, new application dependency, whatever the dependencies are there, these dependencies will not be suitable for the old application. Okay, then what is going to happen? If you try to run the new application, then old application will be failed. If you try to run the old application, sorry, if you try to run the new application, the old application will be killed. Or else if you try to run the old application, new application will not start. So this is where the compatibility issues will come. Okay, so then what happens here? The operations team, whoever are from the server team, they are going to tell back to you. What they are going to tell, the application is not working in the development server. Then what you are going to write back to the operations team, you will say that it is working on my laptop. So then again, they will send a screenshot that this is not starting, the application is not starting, these are the dependencies. So this conversation will be continuously going ahead. Despite of that, what we can do here, we can, so the recipe is failed. Coming back to our example, so in your friend's recipe is failed. Despite of that, what I can do, I can simply cook that meal or else cook that dish and put it in a container, in the sense in a lunch box. And if I send it to you, the same taste will be there, the same food will be there. So you don't need to cook all the things, right? You will have the application, I mean, you will have the food, you will have the taste, everything will be the same. In the same manner, whatever the application that we are creating, if we are going for the Docker environment, in the Docker environment, what is going to happen? We are not going to share the recipe in the sense code, source code itself. We are going to share the application and its setup, whatever the dependencies are there, everything we are going to create in a container and we will send it into the server. So the server won't have any problem, it will run that particular container. So in this case, what we can do, we can resolve the compatibility issues. So this is the main reason why we are going into the Docker environment. So as I already said you, so what Docker will do, Docker will pack all the apps and the things it needs, things it needs in the sense, whatever the application dependencies are there, everything is packed into a format of an image, and that image is now converted into a container. Don't worry about this terminology. What is meant by image? What is meant by container? We will discuss about that slowly when we go into the main concept of your Docker and container. Okay, so now when you have packed that application and its dependency, you can run it anywhere. Either you can run in your laptop, or else you can run in your what I can say, you can run in your server, anywhere you can run. There is no problem. I will show you a demo about that. Okay, so what we are doing, we are packing the entire code which is available in our laptop into a container format or else into an image format, and this image is pushed into the server, and there we are going to run a container. So that's how, there is no more, it works only on my system. There is no word such like it works only on my system. That problems will not be occurring. So this is the main reason why we are going for the Docker concept. Let me give you a small demo so that you can understand what is meant by Docker. So in my system, in my laptop, I am having a Docker desktop is available. Okay. So now what I can do here is, this is fine. Okay. So in my laptop, I am having the Docker application available for me. Okay. So now I have my, for example, what happened here, a developer, a Java developer has pushed the code into the Docker hub, I mean, GitHub. Okay. So now let me explain you in this fashion. So there is a developer. Okay. What he has done, he has written his beautiful code, and this is the code. I mean, this is the developer computer or laptop. He has developed that and he pushed the code into GitHub. Okay, into the version control system called as GitHub. Now, what I have to do here is I need to pull that code. I need to pull that code, or else I need to clone that code. So now what I will do, I will go to the GitHub. Let me go to GitHub. Okay, here you can see I am having the source code. So I think this is all known by the Java developers. I am having pom.xml and I am having a very, very basic application. This is the source code for that application. Now what I will do, I will clone this into my laptop. Okay, I am going to clone this into my laptop. Let me go with PowerShell. Okay, cd downloads, git clone. So I'm just cloning that particular repository into my laptop. Okay. Okay, it is cloned. So here you can see I am having what I can say ls or else. Let me show you that into my downloads. Is this into the downloads? It is downloaded. Okay, this is the Java multi-stage repository which I am having. Now I am having the source code over here. Okay, simply what I can do, I have a Docker file. What is this Docker file? Everything you will understand, but just concentrate here. Once we go into the basics of Docker, understanding the how we can create the Docker file, how we can create the container, we will understand. But my basic thing is, I want to show you that the application works in my laptop and as well as the same application work in the server also. That's my agenda here. So now what I will do here is I will open the PowerShell. Okay, I'm opening the PowerShell over here. Now I am running my Docker application in my system, in my laptop. Okay, so for that, if you run the command docker info, it is going to show you Docker is running. Okay, so now Docker build. I am building an image. Okay, don't worry about this. I will tell you about this configuration and everything. Don't worry. Docker build -t Java app version 11. Okay, this is the name of the image I am building, and -f multi-stage Docker file and dot. So everything, what is this command? So you don't need to worry about that. Just to focus on what I am doing. I am creating an application. I am creating an image in my system and I want to deploy this application in my system. And as well as the same application I want to deploy in the server. I just want to check whether the application is working or not. Okay, so let us see what is going to happen in the backend. Okay, so hold on. So just taking some time. Just stay with me. Okay, it will be creating that. Let us do one thing. I will create an server. I'm going to create a server in the AWS environment. So from today onwards, whenever you are attending to the session, we will be configuring the servers. We will be working with the servers in the AWS environment, and whatever the Kubernetes that we are going to discuss, that will be in the production grade. So in the companies, how the servers will be, everything will be discussed in a production grade, not in the developer perspective. Okay, so how actually the Kubernetes cluster works in the company perspective, not in a normal perspective. Okay, so let me go to the instances. Don't worry about that. If you don't know about this configuration, we will definitely discuss about to launch an instance in the AWS and Docker server.
Sir, your voice is
I'll go.
Maybe I don't know other is facing same issue or
No, I think others also facing the same. Just give me a second. Checking out with my internet connectivity. Checking out. Everyone, can you please respond to me? Am I audible or not? Can you please tell me about that?
Now it is okay.
Yeah, audible. But
Okay.
in sometime in between the glitch is coming.
Your voice is too low.
Okay. Whenever my voice is too low, I'm speaking very loudly, buddy. Hello. Am I audible now?
Voice
Hello.
is audible.
Just give me a second, guys. Then I will change my Wi-Fi. Give me a second. Okay. Am I audible now? Hello. Still low.
Yeah, you are audible.
Now it is fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Hello. Am I audible now? Is it still low?
Yeah,
Now
you
it
are
is
Are
audible
you
now.
still?
Yeah, it's fine.
It is space. It's fine now. Okay, cool.
Yes.
If you have any problem, please let me know about that so that it will be very helpful for you and for me as well. Okay, I'm clearly audible, right? Okay, fine. So now what I'm doing here is I'm creating a server in the AWS environment. Okay, it's a Docker server. Now I want to run that application, whatever the application that I am running in my system, checking that the application is working fine in my system. The same application I want to run in my server also, whatever the AWS server that we are talking. Okay, so yeah. So here I am going to select all the config. I will tell you about these configuration. If you don't know about the AWS, don't worry about that. I am here to give you a brief explanation about the AWS launching instances. Don't worry about that. So whoever are having knowledge on AWS, you are very, I don't have any problem with that. Those who don't have the knowledge on that, definitely we will provide the basic concepts of creating an instance in the AWS environment. Okay. Right, here I have my Docker server available. Let me check out whether the image is getting created or not. Okay, it is taking time. So hold on. Anyway, it is getting downloaded. Let it come. So now first let me access the Docker server and install the Docker on the server. So I will tell you how to install the Docker very precisely when we go into the concept. Don't worry, but just for look at this concept, how we are going to install the Docker on the server. Okay. So I have taken the Ubuntu environment. apt update -y and apt install -y, or else let me do one thing. Apt update first. What about the image? Okay, image is still getting ready. So hold on. It is almost done.
We are new to Docker. You will explain from basics, right?
Yeah, I will explain from the basic. This is just to show you the
Okay.
application will be running in my laptop, as well as if I run the same application with the Docker, that is also going to run in my Linux environment. Okay. It is just a demo to show you whether the application will not work on an environment. In a single environment, dependency won't be there. It can be running on any environment. That is my agenda now. So once the demos are completed, we will be discussing in detail about the Docker from the beginning of the Docker basics, how we are going to install the Docker application to end of the Docker. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm installing Docker in my server. Get.docker.com and bash. I will tell you about this. Okay, don't worry about installation process. Just I want to show you that a small demo about the environment independency of the Docker. That's it. That is my agenda now. Okay, so I hope this application is getting ready. So hold on. In the server, the Docker is installing. Okay. Okay, now I have my Docker installed on my server. Okay, Docker installed on my server. This is fine. Now we have small delay with this image generation. Once the image is generated, then we can have the configurations done. So hold on. It's taking too much of time. Okay, now I think it is ready. So yes, my image is ready. Okay, this is fine. Now I want to create a container. Now if you can see Docker images, Docker images a command which I have created, Java version 11. This is the image which I have created of size 241 MB. Okay, let me run a container. Docker run -itd. I will discuss about each and every command, each and every option in detail when we go into the concept. Don't worry. Just look at me what I am doing here. Docker run -itd -name Java app container. Okay, -p 5600. Why? Because the port number I have mentioned in that particular Java application is 5600. So that's why I have given 5600. What is this 5600:5600? We will discuss about that. Just stay with me. Okay, Java app. The image is Java app version 11. So I have my container running over here. If you can see, Java app container is created and it is running on the port number 5600, right? So if you can see on my system, if I give localhost 5600, this is what the application which I am thinking of getting from the container. So this is the application. Now, what I will do here is whatever the image that we have created here, I want to push this image into my Docker Hub. I am introducing a new term called as Docker Hub. What is this Docker Hub? Docker Hub is a global registry to store the images. What is an image? What is a registry? Just I will tell you. Okay, let me go to the hub.docker.com. Here, let me go to Docker. I want to push this image into the Docker Hub. Okay. Sign in. Sign into Chaitanya Manikumar. It is my account in the Docker Hub. I will tell you how to create an account also. Don't worry. Okay, Chaitanya Manikumar. Okay, this is my Docker Hub. Right now, what I will do here is Docker login -u Chaitanya Manikumar. And the password is, I will provide my user password. So it will say that login succeeded. Then what I will do, there you go. I am going to push this image, whatever the image that I am having, Java app version 11. This image I am going to push into the Docker Hub. So Docker push or also Docker tag Java app version 11 to Chaitanya Manikumar / Java app version 11. Now I will push the Docker push Chaitanya Manikumar Java version 11. So then it is going to push into my Docker registry. Okay, whatever I am saying that the global Docker registry which I'm having right now, it is going to push into this Docker registry. It's a public registry. Anyone can access that file. Whatever the image that I have pushed into this Docker registry, anyone can access it. Okay. So that's fine. It is pushed. Everything is pushed. Now, if you can see here, if I refresh this, I will have that particular Java app version 11 is available. Less than a minute ago, I pushed it. Okay. So now what I will do here is I am going to create the same container in this server also, whatever the AWS server which I have hosted in the US location, where I have hosted the server in the US location. So now what I will do, I will pull the Docker image and I am going to create an image here, or else a container here. Docker run -itd -name Java container -p5600:5600, and the image name is Chaitanya Manikumar / Java. What is the name? Java app version 11, right? Java app version 11. Java app version 11. Okay. So now a container will be created in the server. Now what I can do here, simply you can access that application. Now I will show you that. So what I will do, I will go to my server, copy the server public IP, on which port number the application is running, on 5600. Now if you can see, the application is available on my server also. Here you can see I'm accessing from my laptop whatever the Java application that I have created in my Windows environment. The application is running in the same manner. The same application is running on the Linux environment also. If you want to try this, if you want to access this, I will put this in your chat box. Okay. Try to access it. Try to access the URL and tell me, are you able to access that or not? Are you able to access the website, or else are you able to access that application? Can you please check out and tell me?
Yes, it is accessible.
It is accessible. You are getting the same output, right? Whatever you are seeing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Which means that what did you understand from the entire situation? What I have done from the beginning. If you see, the code is pushed into, as I have said you, the code is pushed into the GitHub. From the GitHub, I copied, or else I cloned the code into my local system. And then what I have done, from that code, I have created an image. What is this Docker image? I will tell you. But as of now, I created a Docker image. From the Docker image, we created a container in my local system, that is on my Windows system. And in the container, whatever the application that you are seeing, the same application, after creating the image, what I have done, local container, I will make it as local container. So whatever the image that we have created in my local machine, I push this image into the global registry. What is this global registry? It's like simply what I can say, you earn the money. Okay, just like you have earned the money, your salary has credited. Where it will be credited? You worked and the salary is credited into your bank account, right? So that bank account is like this global registry. Okay, so this is registry. And if you went to a trip, you went to a foreign trip, you want to withdraw some money. How you are going to withdraw some money? If you are having an international debit card, you can go to an ATM and put the debit card and get the money. But where you have saved the money, actually the money is saved in Indian bank, but where you are using the money in the foreign. In the same manner, here also, whatever the image that has been generated, I saved this image into my global registry. From the global registry, what I have done, I used the same image and created another container in my server. Okay, so whatever the application that is running on my local container, local machine, the same application is also running on my server without any dependency constraint, compatibility constraint, environment constraint. So this is the main advantage with the Docker. Okay, do you understand what is the main advantage, why we are going for the Docker? Up to now, whatever I have explained, do you understand that? Any questions here? Questions, guys?
No.
I know you are very new to the Docker, you are not understanding the terminology. I totally understand that particular thing. But my agenda is to make sure you understand, if we use the Docker containers, we don't face any compatibility, environment, and dependency issues. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you understand. Okay, so now we have seen that. Okay, then what is meant by Kubernetes? What is meant by Kubernetes? So now I am running a single container. Now when I am running a single container in a server, there is no problem for me. which means that if I'm running a container, if I want to check out that whether the container is running fine, or else container is serving the application to the end customers or not. So for example, if you are having a shop, or else if you are having a cell phone shop, or else any small shop, you hide a single salesperson. You have hired a single salesperson. Now you are the proprietor for that. If there is a single salesperson, you can easily monitor that particular person, whether he is selling or not, he is sitting calmly, or else he is just chit-chatting on the phone. You can simply observe him or her. But if you are having some 20 salesmen, if you are having some 30 salesmen, is it possible to monitor each and every one whether they are working or not? Then what you are going to do? In the simple example, it's a general example. Then what you are going to do? If you are having some 20 or 30 salesmen, if you have to check out what they are doing each and every time, what you are going to do?
I will appoint another person that will look into this.
Yeah, you will hire a manager. You will
Yeah.
hire a manager. Under him, they have to report each and everything, and or else you can put some certain cameras, okay, some cameras, and you will say you will hire a manager. In the same fashion, for our containers also, if we need to run some 20 containers, it is something messy. Whether the container is running or not, we need to check. Whether the container is shut down, or else if the container is network issues are there, everything we need to check. What we need to check? You should start each and every container, and then we have to monitor each one, restart them if they crash. If they crash in the sense because of heavy load on the container might get crashed. The container might get terminated. For example, you are riding a bike. You are riding a bike on a speed of 60, on an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Then it's okay, no problem for the bike. It will go as it is. But if you increase the speed, which means that you are putting load on the bike, if you increase the speed up to 100 kilometers, then what is going to happen? Some heat dissipation will be there. If you further increase the speed up to 120 kilometers, there will be a threshold for each and every bike. So now at 120 kilometers, it will start shivering or shaking. And if you go beyond like 140 kilometers, it will go to 1 kilometer, and then it is going to stop there. Why? Because it has reached to its threshold point, and still you are rising, then obviously the bike is going to stop. In the same fashion here also, whenever you are running a container, if there is a load on the container, if a load is applied on the container will be sustained up to which point? Up to some threshold point. If the load on the container goes beyond the threshold, then the container will be stopped. It is going to crash. Then we need to restart or else reconfigure the container. This is also we have to do. And then scaling related to the traffic. Scaling means you need to increase the number of containers and decrease the number of containers depending on the load. So this is all which you have to do. So if you are having a single container, then you can do manually. If you are having 2 containers, you can do manually. If you are having 5 containers, then also you can do manually. If the containers are 20, if the containers are some 100 containers are there, is it possible for you to check each and every container manually? Is it possible for you to check whether it is restarted, or also do I need to restart each and every container? Is it possible for you to check all these things? Just like how the proprietor is done in the salesman perspective. So in here also, is it possible for you to check all this?
No.
Come on guys, do you understand
No,
my
like
question here?
up to some extent we can do like, but after some extent we cannot.
We cannot do, right? So for that, we need to keep a manager. We need to put an automation manager, and that manager is Kubernetes. What is this Kubernetes is going to do? Kubernetes will check, start, stop, and restarts the containers, and automatically replace the failed ones if there is a container is down. So here in Kubernetes, we will call it as pods. If a pod is down, pod is nothing but the container. Don't get confused about that. We'll discuss. That's a separate terminology. We'll discuss about that. If the pod is down or else pod is killed, then automatically it is going to create one more replica for that. Keeps everything organized. How many applications are running, on which load balancer the applications are running. Everything will be organized in a proper manner by the Kubernetes. So it is just like a robo helping you to manage all your lunch boxes, like lunch boxes are nothing but your containers. So this is how the Kubernetes will be working out. So what is this Kubernetes? It's a combination. When you create a Docker and Kubernetes as a combo, then what is going to happen? You can create the containers, you can launch the application, and Kubernetes will be monitoring the applications and managing the application. So there will be a powerful combo. The applications will be 24/7 running for the company and 24/7 available for the end customers. So that is what we need. When we are running the application, we want a zero downtime of the application. We don't want any downtime for that application. So if we go ahead with the Kubernetes and Docker combo, then this can be achieved. We will have zero downtime and the application will be running safely. If there is any crashes happen for your Docker containers, your Kubernetes will be checking out. So everything can happen. It's a very, very powerful combo. So Docker packs your application, Kubernetes manages your containers. Together, you will have the fast, reliable, and scalable deployment, and as well as your application will be 24 robust and scalable. So to know about that, so join this course, you will have the complete, you are going to get the complete knowledge about the Docker and Kubernetes, starting from what is Docker to till the end of the GitOps. So we are going to discuss everything. So am I clear with this presentation? Do you have any questions? You can ask me, and then we will go into the syllabus perspective. So I will start telling you about the syllabus, but before that, I just want to ask you, do you have any questions related to the topic which we have discussed now? Questions, guys? Why everyone is silent? Do you understand?
I have one query, like as a automation testing, we will also go through the log analysis and everything, na?
Yeah, we will go through the log analysis.
Okay. Yeah.
So sorry, I don't know. So you have to tell me the feedback. So what's your questions? Do you understand the concept, or else how was the session? Then I will go with the Docker syllabus. Yes, go on, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
No, like up to like this particular point of time, I not have any.
Okay. So the sessions is from Monday to most of the time I will go with every day. Why? Because we are having only 10-20 sessions. I don't want to prolong the sessions for so many days, like 1 month. So most probably it will be every day, but I don't know, maybe I can give you a week offs also in between. Okay, we have only 20 sessions of time. So keep in mind that every week you will have every day you will have the session, but maybe 1 or 2 weeks you will get off also. See, 20 sessions, how many days it will cover? It will cover in 3 weeks. Okay, you can spend 3 weeks with me. So I think you will be happily working out with me also. Okay, there is no problem. Every day we will have a practical session. I am not going to bore you with theoretical concept. Okay, just now in the demo itself, I have shown you how to create the application in the same fashion. Every day it will be like a practical session. I hope that won't make you boring of the sessions. You won't get any boring sessions. You will be having 24, I mean, whatever the session that you have attended, you will have the practical orientation itself. Okay. So as of now, think that you will be having everyday session, but I don't know, maybe I can give you 1 week off also, if that is really mandatory. Okay.
Sir, I am
Am I
having
clear?
one query, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Go on.
this course is only for like basics, or you will give any project like practical implementation? It will be there.
Practical implementation.
Like related to project. Okay.
First of all, you need to understand the basics. At the end of the at the end of the sessions,
Actually, your voice is not audible.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Now
Am
it's
I audible
audible.
now?
Yes.
Yeah. What I'm saying you here is, in the beginning we will be having complete basics. Okay. At the end of the session, whenever we are going towards the completion of your course, at that point I am going to show you a project. It will be completely a CI/CD pipeline, including GitOps, Kubernetes, and Docker. Do you understand what I said?
Yes, sir. So after like completing the course, we will get this access like what you are teaching. So we will we can later also we can access that.
Yeah, you can. I will provide the access for
Okay,
the
recordings
application.
will be there.
I mean, application source code. Recordings will be there, documentation will be there. I will discuss about that. Before I want to give you the syllabus. Once I give you the syllabus, I will give you the timings, what will be the day or how many days the sessions will be, what is the benefit for you, what are the documents that you are going to get, everything I will explain you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, welcome. Any questions from your end? Amarjit, Muhammad Rafi, and Sikinder, Sharan Raj, and the other buddy. Yeah.
Sir, I have different questions regarding timings, but I will take it in a later session. I
Okay,
can ask
fine.
it right now or later, it is fine.
The timings are from 6 p.m. to mostly 8 p.m. Not 2
Okay.
hours, it will be like 7:30, 6 p.m. to 7:30 mostly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Let me give you the glimpse of what you are going to learn in the entire concepts of Docker and Kubernetes. The first and foremost thing will be Docker. Under Docker, what we are going to discuss here is Docker basics. Okay, under Docker basics, we will be discussing about what is Docker, what is container, and Docker container architecture, container lifecycle. These are all comes under the basics. Okay, and then we are going to discuss about Docker networking. Okay, how containers will communicate with each other, what is meant by a custom network, Docker default network, that we are going to discuss. And later we will be discussing about Docker images, how to create the Docker images, and what is meant by Docker file. Okay, what are the instructions that we use in the Docker file to create the image? Okay, and multi-stage Docker file, we are going to discuss about that multi-stage Docker file also. Later we will be discussing about Docker volumes. Okay, in Docker volumes we will be discussing about the bind mounts, volumes, and then what else we can discuss? Docker compose, and then Docker swarm. Docker swarm is a theoretical concept actually, but I will try to explain in a practical manner. Yeah, Docker compose, these are the concepts we will be discussing in the entire Docker. And then we will be diving into Kubernetes. In the Kubernetes, what we will be discussing is basic architecture of Kubernetes. Okay, basic architecture of Kubernetes. And then we will be discussing about creating clusters with kubeadm, chaos, and rancher, and AWS EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Services. These are all we are going to discuss. Okay, these are all the production grade, guys. Okay, we have a developer grade that is called as Minikube, which you can run in your laptop. You can find out lot of videos. Okay, but that is not that much important when you go for the job. We need to discuss in the production grade only. Okay, and later what we are going to discuss here is workload components like pods, replica set, deployment, stateful set, daemon set. Okay, these are all the concepts that we will be covering in the workload components. And we will be discussing about the services under services cluster IP. And then we will be discussing about node port, load balancer service, and headless services. Okay, external name service, external name, and headless services. And these are the services that we are going to cover. And then we will be discussing about ingress controller, which is Nginx ingress controller. We will be discussing about that. And then we will be discussing about probes, sidecar containers, Okay, sidecar containers, and then advanced scheduling, advanced scheduling. Under advanced scheduling, you will be getting node affinity, and node selector, pod affinity, pod anti-affinity, taints and tolerations. Okay, so these are all comes under the advanced scheduling. Later we will be discussing about namespaces and resource management. Then we will be discussing about RBAC, role-based access control, and then we will be going with the storage configuration, Kubernetes storage. Under this, we will be discussing about persistent volume claims, and then elastic EBS volumes, okay, empty directory. These are all very new to you, but I just want to give you the syllabus. I'm talking about that. And EFS configuration. And after storage, what we can learn here is we'll be going with the network policies, and then secrets and config maps. Then we will be discussing about secrets and config maps, and then we will be discussing about Helm charts, and then STO service mesh. Definitely we are going to discuss about the service mesh, and then custom resource definition, CRDs of Kubernetes. And later what we can go ahead here is GitOps Argo CD. And here we will be getting a project, just a simple project, 3 microservices, 3 Java microservices project, which we are going to run in the CI/CD pipeline. Here again, I'm telling you, I'm not going to discuss about the Jenkins pipeline, but I will make sure you will understand how this will work. Okay. And what I'm missing here, second guys, missing something. No. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in the entire Kubernetes. Now you tell me, what are the topics that you are seeing here? Okay, if I give you a break, is it possible for me to cover the entire topics within 20 days? Definitely we are going to cover all the topics, guys. Definitely, whether you will accept it or not, we are going to cover it. You are going to get the documentation. But the point is, regularly you have in the session, and you need to check out whether any another institute is providing for 5,000 all these concepts or not. You can check out. I don't have any problem. I don't want to comment on other institute, but this is very nominal price you are getting. So don't bargain with the prices. It's an investment that you are putting for your career. Okay, so I hope this is what the syllabus that we are going to cover. Anything that you want to ask me in the syllabus, if anybody is having any knowledge on this, you can ask me the questions or a syllabus related thing. Do you have anything to ask me? Okay, so let me go ahead with the timings. Timings will be evening 6 p.m. to most probably it will be 7:30 p.m. If not, I will be going ahead with the 8 p.m. also. Sometimes it will be extended to 8 p.m. And course duration will be 20 days, but it might extend up to 25 days also.
Sir, I have query on this timings. So generally sir meetings होता है evening में. So if everyone agrees, shift हो सकता है थोड़ा सा timing 7 o'clock से start कर सकते हैं.
No. I don't think.
If everyone agrees on that, then that is fine.
Yeah, I will check out with that. Okay. Anyways, I will come back to that. If everything is going good, then definitely we will check out that. Okay. I will take that thing also into consideration.
Okay, sir.
Right. And next one is Yeah, you will get the videos every day. Whatever the topic has completed, you will get the videos into your Google Drive, and I will provide you the documentation related to theoretical documentation you will get, and as well as the practical documentation also you are going to get. And what else I can promise you with this? Yeah, pre-requirements. What are the pre-requirements? You need to have a basic knowledge on AWS, very basic, how to create an EC2 instance. If you have that knowledge, that's more than enough. And you need to have an AWS account. And later you need to have a laptop with good internet connection. I will try to have a good internet connection, but yeah, laptop with a good internet connection. And if you are having putting in your laptop, that is good. If you are having Mobi Extreme also, it will work. No, sir, I don't know what is meant by putty, what is meant by Mobi Extreme. I will try to explain you about that also. So these are the basic requirements, basic necessities, pre-requirements. And yeah, so that's about the topic which we are which we are going to learn within the 20-25 days of time. I hope I made it very clear for you. Any questions from your end? Questions, guys? Any questions, any clarification you need, you can ask me. Yeah,
Sir,
timings related.
only timings. Yeah.
Yeah, timings related, I will discuss about that.
Okay.
Right. Amarjit, Moha, or else Moha, you can type it on the chat box. Amar, Mohammad Raifi, any questions? The rest of the team.
I have
Any
the questions.
clarification?
Yeah, but like it's not relevant to the
No
syllabus or
problem.
something. Okay.
No problem.
So like,
ask me.
yeah. So do you think like that's like any value like gets added if I get a certification for Kubernetes? Uh, does this certification helps in any like?
Definitely, it is going to help you. You are a software developer into Python, right? So
Yep.
if you learn the Kubernetes, and nowadays AI is coming into the picture, and if you have this certification, it will be an added gem into your crown. Okay, it is like a precious gem into the crown. Yeah.
Okay, so like does this syllabus like do I need to put some extra effort to get a certification, or like can you guide me through that process also? Like,
so this syllabus is more than enough to get your certifications done, whatever the CK. So with this syllabus, what you can do here is you can write the CKA certification, Certified Kubernetes Administrator certification. Okay, you can easily pass out of that. Okay, and but only one thing is you need to check out the concepts of what I can say. You need to go through again like theoretical concept through a documentation, or else see whatever I am discussing here, it is related to the IT company practicalizing whatever you use in the IT company, but that is not sufficient, right? So you need to go some theoretical concept also. For that, you need to check out the documentation or through the official website. You can check out that 10%, 10 to 20%. You have to check out in the websites, whatever the official documentation is there. Okay, rest of the thing you can go with the practicals itself. Whatever I am explaining you over here. Okay, you can crack the certification.
okay.
Right. So Moha, you have asked me a question. I don't know. Moha or Mohan, I am very sorry about that. So, sir, do you cover K8s API security? We will see about that in the custom resource definition, or else we will see about that. It's not pretty mandatory. Let me check out that configurations once. Okay. That comes under the DevSecOps part. I need to check out that once. Okay. Anything else from your point?
Yeah, after completion of this course, we can say we had experience in this domain or not.
Come again. After completion of the course,
we can say had experience in this domain or not.
Yeah, you can easily say that I am having, by this course you can simply say that 2 to 3 years of experience you can put. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I have another question. Like, do you think that this much is possible in 20 days? Like, we are able to like grasp and like able to retain all this?
Absolutely, it is possible. Okay. But you need to do each and every day. You need to do at least 3 hours of practical every day. Okay. If I go for the 45 days course also, every day you have to take 3 hours of practical, whatever the course that we are discussing. I am not going to hurry on the topics. I will be going very slowly. But even though if you are going with 25 days, or else if I am going beyond 25 days also, you need to practice minimum 2 to 3 hours. That's a mandatory thing. Okay. See, my part will be up to 60%. Remaining 40% will be in your hands. Okay. I cannot say that 90% or else 100% is my part. Okay. Majorly, I will take your part itself. You need to proactively work on the practicals. I am here to discuss about the practicals. I am here you to explain about each and every concept in detail. But who has to take the responsibility? Who has to do the practicals? It's you. Okay.
Okay. So
Right.
the AWS free tier will be enough for this, like, or do we have to take another?
No. AWS free tier is enough. But see, we are going to use T2 medium. Okay. T2 medium will cost you 4 rupees per hour. We are going to take 3 servers, 3 into 4, 12 rupees per hour. Minimum it will cost you, if you are doing the multiple times practice, it will cost you, other than the course fees, you have to pay for Amazon a 2000 rupees extra, depending on how much time you are doing the practical. Okay.
And depending
Not
on
with
the workloads, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, depending on the practical, depending on how you are using the resources, you need to keep extra 2000 rupees for the practicals. Not for me, not for DurgaSoft. You have to pay it for the Amazon. Again, don't ask the counselor, do we need to pay 2000 rupees for DurgaSoft? No, it is, you are not going to pay for DurgaSoft. You are paying for the Amazon directly when you take the Amazon account.
Okay, I got it. So another thing is, like I told you, like I want to run some personal projects also. So they most probably will not be upon any like AWS servers or something. They
No
would be
need. You can go with the doc.
Yeah,
I understand your requirement. You can go with the Minikube on your laptop, or else you can go with the Docker desktop itself on your laptop. You can run the projects.
Okay, I can run the projects, but like I want to know, like I want to build another own server on itself, like on which like I could deploy and like I could connect, like just like AWS, you can say we could have a local machine connected to a router and we could like practice there. So that like we could install Kubernetes locally and configure it, and does do like are there any sessions related to that also? Like if you could also provide recordings or something.
That is related. No, that is related to the infrastructure part and related to the networking part. That's not that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Everyone. Amar, do you have any further questions? Arvind, I think you are the new joinee here. Latest you. Just now, I think you have joined. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. I hope I made it very clear what you are going to discuss, what we are going to discuss. If you have any further things, we will discuss in the tomorrow's session. Tomorrow also we'll have the session at same time, 6 o'clock. Okay. So timings related, don't worry about that. We'll discuss everything. Okay. Have a nice day and bye-bye. And one thing I'm requesting you guys, if any of our counselor is calling you, they are calling only for the feedback purpose. Okay. They are not going to ask you about anything else. Tell the feedback. If you are interested, just say that we are interested to join. If you are not interested, just say that we are not interested to join. Only 2 words. We are not going to bother you anymore. Okay. If you provide the proper phone number, proper mobile number, or proper email ID, definitely we will contact you related to this. Why? Because we are having only 3 demos. Already first demo is completed. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will have 2 more demos. Once the demos are completed, then we need to change the link. Once the link is changed, then you have to attend from the premium link. Whatever, when you pay the fees, you will be joining. So just say that if you are interested, you say that interested. If else not, we will see after the demo. So you attend 3 demos. If you are really interested to join, you can join. And tomorrow demo will not be the same demo whatever I have given today. Okay, today I have given certain demo, right? So introduction to the Docker. It is not like the same tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have something new. In your perspective, it might be the demos, but in my perspective, we already began our journey. We started it, so it will be continuously going on for the next upcoming sessions also. Whether it might be a premium session or else it might be any another session, we will be going with the process. I am not going to repeat the same concept tomorrow. We will have a new concept in the next session. So have a nice day, and we'll meet in the next session. So my request is that only attend the call and just say you are interested, not interested, not interested. That's it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet in the next session. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.